Hey you guys, Sandra here from the Fashion Entrepreneur Club. I haven't done a video in a while, but I wanted to come in to go over some of the guides that we have shared recently. So recently we put together these free guides that would help you build a fashion or beauty business that works for you and your life. And the reason is because I believe that, I don't believe in one size fits all kind of thing. What I believe is that you work with your talents, with your strengths, with your weaknesses, with your circumstances, and make it happen, right? So I created some guides to help you figure out how to merge those two things: the plan with who you are, what you want, where are you in your life, right? And make that thing happen. Because otherwise, I feel like a lot of people just give people plans and ideas and guidance, which is very helpful, but if it doesn't go exactly with your personality or your talents, or maybe you're not in that place in life right now where you can dedicate that amount of time or whatever it may be, it might be very hard to keep going with that plan, and you're not going to do it, and it's not going to happen. So I like working with where you are, who you are, what you want, and incorporating that into the plan, so it works for you. So if you haven't downloaded those guides yet, maybe this is the first time you ever hear about this, no problem. I'm gonna leave a link below so you can download for this video the first guide, which is Your Why Workbook, okay? I'm gonna make a series of videos going over each guide and hopefully giving you tips to help you along the process. And if you have any questions, just leave them below or join us inside our free Facebook group where we're always talking about these things. I'll leave a link below to that too, in case you want more one-on-one kind of interaction. But leave links, comments below this video too, and I'll be happy to help. So today we're gonna focus on your why. We're gonna start there, and I wanna also, before we get started with the guide, say that this process that we're going to go through is for people who either maybe they're studying right now, maybe they're learning something within the fashion or beauty industry, maybe you're learning how to be a cosmetologist, maybe you are doing illustrations, fashion illustrations, or maybe you're learning how to sew or how to be a fashion designer. I don't know, anything within the beauty and fashion world, and you see already that I would like to have my own business in this area, right? Maybe you're that kind of person, or maybe you already have an idea and you want to implement it, you want to create your own business and you're just starting out, or maybe you just started out and you're just here and there and doing everything, but you don't have like a focus, right? And you need some guidance. Or maybe you've been doing this for a little while and you feel like it's not flowing, like you're spending a lot of time and energy doing a lot of things, but it's not like clicking and it's not going forward. And what's happening is that maybe a little piece of the puzzle is not fitting, right? And it's not making it work round and round. So what we're gonna go and do here is try to figure out those pieces, and like I said, make that plan blend with who you are, what you want, what are your strengths, what are your circumstances, and make that work so it's a successful outcome, okay? So I downloaded the first guide here, my iPad. So I'm gonna, if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my iPad right now, going through the process. Let me see. So you can download them, you can print them. They're printable guides, so you can print them and fill them out, or you can use one of these, notable apps like Good Notes, and just write it on your iPad, whatever you see fit. Okay, so very, very simple guide, okay? And this is something I want to tell you. I like going through this process in a very simple, direct, right to the point way. I don't believe in spending hours and hours trying to figure things out. I feel like simple is best, less is more, because I know that some processes can be very helpful, and people put a lot of research and information in there, and that's great. but I feel like a lot of people get stuck in the process. Maybe they don't know an answer to something, maybe they haven't figured out something yet, and then they stop. They say, oh, I'll do it later, or I'll, maybe I'm not at that place yet and I should wait, and then they don't get through it. So I like to put everything, make it very simple, very like just boom, 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 get it done and go to the next level, because I believe that you learn in the journey. You make mistakes, you learn, even if you don't make mistakes, which you are going to make mistakes, but as you go through the process over and over again, you're gonna keep everything is gonna fit in the puzzle. Okay, so guide number 1, just 3 pages, very powerful pages though. Page number 1, the first question says, why do you want to build this business? List all your reasons. So all your reasons are your whys. Why do you want to build this business? Why do you want to start this fashion business? Why do you want to start this beauty business? Is it because you want flexibility with your schedule? Because you want to stay home with the kids? Because you don't want to go to an office 9 to 5? Because your health is not doing well and you want to be at home and be able to work from home? It's because you have this hobby that you really, really love that you want to turn into income and your livelihood. What are those reasons? Write them down here. Just try to be concise and just with a lot of how do you say this stuff, just list them one by one, because these are the reasons that are gonna get you through the whole process that is gonna come after. Okay, especially when you make mistakes, especially when you're feeling down and you could look back to why you started. It's gonna help you move forward, and also it's gonna help us define the processes that are gonna come. Okay, so take a moment and write that down. Okay, so number 2, page number 2. I gave enough space. If you need more space, just grab another piece of paper or in the back if you want. Number 2 is, how can you turn each why into a how? Okay, how can you turn each why into a how? I'll give you some examples. Okay, and I actually listed one here. So my first why, for example, is I want to spend more time with my children. So that's one of the reasons you want to start this business. Okay, because you want to spend more time with the children. The how, okay, can be, I'm only going to work on my business in the mornings and take care of my children the rest of the day. Okay, so a lot of people say, I want to be abundant and I want to have flexibility with my schedule and I want to be to participate more in my kids' life, not be stuck in a 9 to 5, but go to the games and take them to the birthday parties and all that stuff. But then they start the business and they start working inside their business like they are in a 9 to 5 with a boss, right? That boss that doesn't care about them having children, and you have that mentality still that you're an employee, not the boss, that you can take control of your time and your schedule. And this is not about being lazy or anything like that. It's about taking advantage, right, of the situation and taking into consideration, right, all the elements, right, like I said, to make it successful, to make it a successful plan. Because if you are working now from home and you have your kids at home and you're always feeling guilty because you're not participating, or maybe you have to take them, you still have to call your sister or have your husband take them places, you're not doing anything. You're actually in the same position. The only thing is that now you're doing it for yourself, right? But you're not improving that situation. And the journey, you don't know how long it's going to take, and you want to enjoy the journey, and you have the privilege to create the structures to work comfortably, right, and more productively. So why don't you do it, right? So look at that why that you listed in the first part and see how that why can transform into a how. So if your thing is, I want to spend more time with the kids, right? Instead of being 9 to 5 in an office, right? I want to start this business, and what I'm going to do is during the morning, I'm going to work on it from, 7 in the morning till 1 o'clock. And then the evening, I'm going to be with them. Okay, so make sure then that in those hours in the morning you're really focused, you're going to be really productive, and you're going to have the amazing experience to then take care of your children, and then you're not going to feel overwhelmed. Okay, so that's just an example. Another example can be something like maybe in your previous job you work during the weekends, and maybe you didn't work on Mondays and you hate working on the weekends. So now you can change that up, right? And now you can work from Monday to Friday and not work during the weekends. Or maybe you want to give yourself Wednesdays off, right? So then figure it out in your schedule. So you work Monday and Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday, right? Or half a Saturday, or whatever you need to do to get that Wednesday off. It's about turning that why into a how, so it's actually, you know, real. Not something that, oh, it was a wish that you had and then you started working and then it never happened. Okay, because you can make it happen. Okay. So take a little time to go over those whys and turn them into hows. Okay. And then the last page, it's the most important one. Which what ifs or buts come up for you when you think about your whys and your hows? Is there a fear or a belief that is telling you that something is not possible or doable? Okay, use the space below to list your what ifs and buts and why they are not true. Okay, so I have a column, I created a column where on one side you put what if or but, and then why is this not true? Most of what ifs and buts are not true, okay? There's always a solution, and especially if you're gonna be an entrepreneur, you have to have that mindset that everything has a solution, okay? Everything is figure outable, okay? Have you heard that? Right? You have to really change your mindset, okay, and realize that everything has an answer, and if you don't have it, someone else has it, right? And this is the moment to apply it, because sometimes people get stuck in that place where, well, I can't do this because of black, you know, of blam, or blam, or blam, I don't know. So let's figure that out and debunk it right now so you can move forward. So one of those what ifs can be something like, you know, I'm gonna leave my job and I'm gonna start doing this job. What if in 3 months I don't make any money, right? So that's a possibility, right? I'm not saying it's not true, but there's always a solution. So the answer to that, if you're very worried about that, is let me save 3 months of expenses for that business. And actually, this is a topic that we can talk in another video, but you should save like a year just in case, right? But I'm trying to, you know, help you see those things and find that answer. And the answer might not be very comfortable, but it's a reality, and it'll give you peace of mind, and it would allow you to work on your business and feel good about it and just move forward. So maybe a thing could be like, maybe you have little children and they're always at home and they're crying all the time, or they're very active, and then you can't concentrate. So you're like, I'm gonna work from home and then I'm not gonna be able to concentrate and all of that. So, you know, what if, or but I can't do this because of this. Then figure it out. Can your sister take care of them for 3 hours every day? Can you put them in a place where with a nanny, right? Or somewhere you can take them for 3 hours every day or every morning, right? How much money would that cost? You have to figure out. It's not about wishful thinking. It's not about like, oh, I would love to do this, I would love to do that. It's about figuring out what you want and figuring out the steps to make that happen, to make that a reality, okay? So if you have any questions about this, maybe you need a solution to any of your what ifs or buts, let me know. I'll be happy to help, but trust me, it's doable. If you think about all the things you do being in your 9 to 5 in your regular job, or all the things if you are a stay-at-home mom, all the things that you do that you make happen, you can make this happen. Okay, this is actually easier in the sense that you have control of the decisions that you make. Remember that when you are a housewife or a mom, a stay-at-home mom, sometimes you depend on what's happening in there and the schedule of the people living there and the different responsibilities you have there. And at the office, maybe you have to answer to a boss, you have to answer to a team, right? But now when you are building your own thing, your own business, you have the authority and you have the brain to figure it out and make it work for you. And maybe the solution is start little by little. I'm not saying quit your job and just start, right? Maybe start doing it during the weekend, start doing it in the afternoons, start figuring out all those steps, and just every time get better and better and better and better. But wherever you are, in whatever circumstances you are, think about that, think about the whys, then think about how you can turn that why into a how. And then if a resistance comes up because but I can't do it because of blah blah blah, or what if this doesn't work, what if blah blah blah, answer that, because that doubt is going to be in your brain bothering you and sucking your energy while you're working, while you're doing stuff. If you have a fear that you're not going to make enough money, that you are not going to be able to pay your bills, that you're not going to be able to spend as much time with your kids as you would like to, that whatever it may be, it's going to suck your energy and it's not going to let you advance. So take care of that, take care of it in advance. It's going to require a little bit of sacrifice maybe, but you're going to feel so much better. So yep. So like I said, if you have any questions, leave them below. I'll check the comments, or if you want to come into the Facebook group, I'll leave the link below too, so you can ask there in a more private setting. I'll also leave the link to the guide, so you can just go ahead and download it. And as we create, I am going to create, like I said, more videos to go over each guide and answer your questions. We do have a program that I run like this, kind of, where like I always share a principle with you to guide you with each part of the process within your business, which is the Fashion Business Online Incubator. So I'll leave that below too, so if you want to check it out, or if you have any questions, let me know. And that's it. That's all I have for today. I'll be back with our second video very soon. I'm gonna go ahead and work on it so we take the next step into building a fashion or beauty business that works for you and your life. That's it. Bye guys. See you soon.